I bet he can make this interesting. We'll see.
He will probably complain a little bit in his coverage about that.
Hey, if this article turns out interesting, sign the man up. $9-9, and Sadishpour has settled in to deck David Larson. Sadishpour's up 2-1, so he goes to the semifinals, and he takes this deck into battle with Jeffrey Cerrone if he wins this game. Larson needs to win this one and the next one.
Who do you like in Sadishpour Cerrone?
Do you remember Cerrone's deck? I think there are extended decks that Cerrone could smack around.
Certainly would. Could be, I'm playing a deck very similar to it in my PTQs, block constructed. My deck is probably not as good as Cerrone's. Yeah, Cerrone's probably the favorite against either of these, although I guess the two split tails in Larson's deck might cause him some pause.
Might have to die to the Ghost already.
Oh, that's better. Nice.
But the Undying Flames, Barrel Down Soaking Suns. Oh, Spirit Link Flyer. That's a missing flyer. I didn't see him originally.
It just gets tapped by Diviner. Sadishpour does seem to have all the answers.
Yeah, Kami and the Honor Dead was sided in. He probably saw that the games were going very long.
Sure.
Just needed another guy.
Makes sense.
He's also got Wax. He's starting to build up some counters on his Wax name.
So you actually going to go eat lunch, or are you going to watch Long Justice?
I'm absolutely going to watch Long Justice.
All right.
I might grab a quick dessert. But I'm going to be there with my little judge's pad, marking off the turns, marking lands. We should definitely get a judge to watch the match. we should have a judge sit down and watch the match for us and notate it. It might not be the most famous PT. At Pro Tour Dallas, I remember Justin Schneider was playing in the Juniors Pro Tour.
Yeah.
And he just untapped all his lands under a Winter Orb. All of them, like everything. He just went, untapped everything and went for the win. And
glad the Pro Tour has changed.
The Pro Tour,
the Wild West image is.
The judging today is so much better now. It's
some of you guys listening at home, we're telling all these stories, but
yeah, it really was like the Wild West.
This
was as the people were still learning how to play. People were still learning how to organize. People were still learning how to judge. Watsy was still learning how they wanted to handle it. And I think it's a mistake for one of the things I think that really counts against Mike Long for me is so many players. I think he's their image of a Pro Tour player.
Oh,
he's this guy perched up on a chair, looking at their hand, forgetting to draw cards, so that he calls the judge over and gets them a game loss. And in their mind, they're going to go to a Pro Tour and they're going to play Mike Long, and he's just going to whisper something in their ear, and they're going to make a mistake, and he's going to win, and he's going to laugh at them, and then he's going to rip them off in a trade. And I'm not saying even that Mike does these things, but I'm saying that's the perception that I believe that the more casual or occasional PTQ player has of the Pro Tour. And that the judges are just going to sort of wink and nod and let it happen because it's entertaining and funny. And that's just not the case. And it's...
I have it all.
But Mike is a big cause of that perception being out there. And for me, that's the single largest reason why I am not going to vote for him. I might be able to see past a suspension or some
there it
stuff.
is.
He decked him.
David Larson went for Otherworldly Journey to try to not have all those guys get locked down on the last turn. Sadishpour had the Blessed Breath, and so that was it. Larson, the last possible chance of not getting decked, gone. David Larson stuck out his hand and congratulated Johan Sadishpour on advancing to the semifinals. So it will be Johan Sadishpour against Jeffrey Cerrone on one side of the bracket. It'll be Antti Malin against Tsuyoshi Fujita on the other side of the ballot.
So the players are going to get to look at each other's deck list during lunch.
Oh, that should hurt Fujita.
It'll be very interesting to watch Johan Sadishpour's face as he reads over Jeffrey Cerrone's list. I definitely want to be there for that. I definitely would like to see what his reaction is.
Well, let's go try to run to the lunchroom then. It was a good semifinals. There was a lot of good quarterfinals. A lot of interesting matches that got played. A lot of interesting stories. And we're going to go talk to these guys now. We're going to go have a lunch break. What's going to happen is that we'll be back with the semifinals in about an hour. During that hour, maybe be an hour and change, you guys enjoy Long Justice. We'll
Get your scorecards out. Keep track of those hands.
So have fun with that, and we'll be back with the semifinals in about an hour. So see you then.
See you in an hour.